Count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast blood.
What's up, gang? Welcome back to another episode of the GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day, and we're going to talk about being a game changer versus a game manager. Game changer, game manager. So changers, game changers. These folks bring the locker room up like any environment, like an ice cube. Like if it's a little bit too warm, put some ice cubes in it, they change the temperature. Or it's too cool, we could raise it. Thermostat, right? Thermostat on the wall, change the temperature. Game changers, when you put them in an environment around others and around things, they just change stuff. They have the ability to increase, uplift, bring energy. And it starts with the energy. It starts with getting people to believe. It starts with getting people to love each other. It starts with getting people to trust. It starts with you leading from the front. It starts with you earning respect. It starts with all those things. But any way, shape, or form, however you want to slice it, a game changer elevates the people around them. They start to make the environment shift, make the environment change a little bit. On the flip side of that, game managers, they just come into the environment and maybe they don't hurt the environment, but they don't take over the environment. The environment, you know, if I give a game changer $100,000 a week, they take it to $200,000 a week. If I give a game manager $100,000 a week, they don't go to $40,000 a week, but they keep it at $100,000 a week, as an example. Okay? And so that's what game managers do. They just kind of keep it status quo. Game changers, they take it to the moon. When you look at game changers make plays whenever, like when it's needed. So the game changer, 4th and 7. Sports analogy, football analogy. 4th down means you got no more downs. For those of you that ain't real sports fans, 4th down means there's no more downs if you don't get the first down, 7 more yards to go. This is the person that finds a way, they take off, find a way to get us over that first down, new set of downs, game changer. 4th quarter, game changer. You look for the game changers when big plays are needed. That's when you look, and the bigger the game, typically the bigger that they play. Now, everybody's human, so you're going to have one-offs, you're going to have bad games, but it just seems like your game changers, the bigger the game, we call that rising to the occasion. They rise to that moment. It separates the statistical leaders from the dogs, from the leaders. Is during the regular season, we're looking at it right now in the playoffs. During the regular season, certain players, certain defenses, certain teams, good records, they're winning games. They get into playoffs, something changes, something happens. They get worse or they get better, but your game changers are out there finding a way to change the game. And the game changers, you know, makes me think of Patrick Mahomes winning a Super Bowl when looks like he's out of the game. Halftime, he can't even walk. He's hobbling around. Looks like, all right, that's done. He's going to get taken over all of a sudden. Not an excuse. No, just finds a way to win. The bigger the game, the higher you can expect those folks to play. The more the odds are stacked against them, the game changers, the more the odds are stacked against them, the better they play, the bigger they do. And it seems like the game changers, they find a way to increase the environment around them, even if their skill set isn't there. Like, even if they're not the fastest, even if they're not the biggest, even if they're not the strongest, even if they're not, just somehow they find a way to raise the level of play of the people around them as a game changer, whether it's kicking somebody in their butt or grabbing somebody by the face mask, or encouraging somebody, or hugging somebody, or loving somebody, or praying for somebody, or whatever it is, they find a way. But a game manager, they manage the minimums. They just, whatever's the minimum. I'm going to try not to throw an interception here. I'm going to just play it, kind of realistic. The game managers, they think small. Whoa, we couldn't beat them. We couldn't do that much production. We can't beat that team. They think small. Game managers, 859ers, 459ers, last minute in. So, in an example of 9 to 5, last minute in, 1 minute early, they're out the door. 1 minute before, they're in the door. Nothing extra, just kind of let me do my job. Do what's expected of me. How do I not lose what I got? How do I keep what I have, but not let me attack it? Let me go for it all. Let me get people to do more. Let me change the environment around me. But game changers, they aim to do what's never been done before. So I don't care. Game managers, they'll say things like, well, who's done that? Who do you see that's done that? Who's doing that? Or I don't care who's done that. Like, if I've had people where I'm trying to get a vision across, we're trying to think big, we're trying to do something big. And you got people thinking, well, who's done that before? I want to go to a place that nobody's done that before. That's what we're talking about. Like Tesla, like Elon Musk is talking about, I want to go to outer space. Imagine people, well, who's done that before? No shit. That's why we're here. That's what this whole operation is about. It's not what's been done before. It's about what's not been done before and us going to that place. Let's go to that stratosphere. Let's go to that moment. Let's have a breakthrough, whatever it costs. We're ready to take it to that place. Game changers ain't intimidated by big things, big people, big moments, big goals, big whatever. Game managers are. They aim to do what's expected, so they end up doing less. Like game changers, they think so big, they aim so big. A lot of times they never hit their goals because they're aiming so big. But the game managers, they're aiming so small. Game managers, when you throw big goals in front of them, they think it's not realistic. Game changers understand that the most commonly traveled road to average and mediocrity is realistic. Realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocre. So if you want to talk to me about realistic, if you want to think realistic, what you're telling me is you want to be mediocre. You want it to take you longer than it should take you. Or we want some good results, but we don't want special results. Game changers, they say, don't talk to me about realistic. Don't talk to me about what's already been done. Talk to me about what's never been done before, because that's where I want to go, and I want to go with people that are thinking like that. Let's break through this goal. Let's break through this wall. Let's get through this hurdle. Let's take this thing to the moon. That's what game changers are thinking. So I want to encourage you, game changing and game managing, a lot of time it starts in your mind. It starts with your expectations. It starts with the way that you think. Game changers, if I'm going to change the game, if I'm going to change people, if I'm going to change the environment, I have to lead the place from the front. I got to lead people and say, follow me, let's go. Not you go. Do as I say. It's like, let's go. Take over the game. And so that's what we're talking about today on the GRINDcast is I want to inspire some people out there to be game changers this week. 1 week at a time. Go in there and change that damn environment. I don't care if you got to serve people and change the environment. Bring them a smile. Bring them coffee. Bring them energy. Bring them music. Bring them love. Bring them your foot in their ass. Bring them whatever you need to bring them. But you got to bring the level up. At the end of the week, ask yourself, was I a game changer this week? Or was I a game manager? You could be a game changer from wherever you're at. I had a young man inspire me this morning. I've been pushing people, and there's levels to the sauna like there's levels to everything else. So some saunas are weak and not hot. Some saunas are extremely hot. The sauna that I'm in the morning is extremely hot. And so we've been doing 25 minutes, and we got the rocks in there where people pour the water on the rocks and it burns your face off. But there ain't a ton of people in there staying 25 minutes. There's not. So this young man comes in and I asked him, how long you gonna stay in there? He said 30 minutes. And I mean, I know when we're pushing, we're cranking it. It's up hot. You're pouring stuff on there. Them last couple minutes, them last 5 minutes, you're having to come to Jesus with yourself. Like you having that type of conversation. Like don't tap out. Kid said, I'm doing 30 minutes. That tells me right there in something, ironically, he's in our business, but it tells me in something, he should have that dog. He should be able to do something great with that. That's mindset. That's mind control. That's that dog. And so even though he's new, he's not ready to change like the complete game, maybe not be the biggest writer, maybe his team's not going to do the most production, whatever it is, but he's a game changer this morning because he got me lit up. So I can go out there and inspire. So you never know who you're going to control, even if you're the rookie, even if you're a role player right now. You could come in and be a game changer that way with your energy. But just one thing I know is just game changers become game changers. Even if you just bring a level of toughness to your team. Like I ain't the starter yet, but I'm bringing a level of toughness, or I'm bringing a level of love, or I'm bringing a level of unity. I'm bringing something. Change your environment this week and change it positively. All right? If this helped you, share it. You know the drill. Share it with others so we can impact more people. Keep tuning into the GRINDcast. There's a bunch of fire messages out there that we can help people with if you want to go back to some of the old messages. But for today, we're going to settle on being a game changer, not a game manager, here in the studio in the GRINDcast, where we appreciate you for giving us some of your time. Thanks for joining us on another episode of GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day.